Morning, everybody. Evening, everybody. We are back again for Carmo Chaos Corner, episode number 4. And today we sort of decided that once a month we would do a much more relaxed, much more calm vibe where we're just colouring and, essentially just having a chat. Millie and I do it quite well. We like to think naturally anyway. Just naturally we have good chats, I reckon. And yeah, we're probably going to open up the comment section a little bit more than we usually do for these and try and interact and try and take on some questions and let that kind of dictate what we're talking about rather than just us going off on one, because the last 3 have just been us going off on one. So yeah, if you have any questions and anything that you want to fire our way, feel free. We'll have a chat and hopefully it can be a little bit more interactive this week.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a busy week, haven't we? But in a bit of a different way to how we would normally have a busy week.
Yeah, do you want to talk about what's going on, or you?
Can do.
Yeah, so this has been a bit of a family week, especially for me. My brother has been in town. We're back in my old house that I grew up in, really, and basically the 4 of us in my family, my 2 parents, my brother and I, all back here for the first time in many years, really, and then we've both brought girlfriends with us, which is the first time that's ever happened. Mm-hmm. So my parents got to meet Millie, and Millie got to meet my parents and meet my brother, and it was all kind of wholesome, really. Mm-hmm. How's your experience been, Mills? Put you on the spot?
No, it's lovely here. It also it's really nice exploring. So
yeah.
It's another layer to it, because it's sort of exploring the place that you kind of grew up and with the people you grew up with. Whereas before, when we've been in New Zealand, it's been you showing me all these spots that you kind of discovered a little bit later in life when you were kind of an adult.
Yeah, it's been a bit odd. I've been rediscovering a lot of childhood spots where I spent a lot of summers and just hung out an awful lot. And it's just interesting how places change. It's just a lot more overgrown than they used to be. I just wonder if it's because people don't go there quite as much. I used to frequent lots of river spots. We can't just talk about how good my colouring was, although it was pretty nice, I'm not going to lie.
It was so nice.
I was tempted to finish it. I actually thought about finishing it on this. I'm not quite sure why I didn't.
Are you going to save it for a different one?
Apparently. Yeah, I literally thought about it this morning. I was like, what am I going to colour? I'll colour in the surfboard. But then, I've completely forgotten.
I need a green. Very close to having to open a new pack of pens. Although, it's good because we actually have a new pack of pens now. This is the other thing, I was able to order stuff to Rob's mum and dad's house because we don't normally have a solid address to order anything to. So when we're on the go, sort of travelling, it can be quite hard to restock pens and things from the business, but I'm actually able to restock. Look how nice this is. Fresh set. Makes me very happy. And a sip of coffee as well. So I haven't tried any.
Yeah, something that not many people would experience. And like every time I had to ring up HMRC for tax stuff yesterday, and they're like, so what's your UK address? Something might get sent out there. And I was like, please don't send anything out there because I literally am not there anymore. And I won't be for ever, really. Like our address just constantly is changing. We don't have a set address, which is kind of wild. We're just hijacking our parents' addresses to make it look like we actually stay somewhere.
That sounds so much more dramatic than it is.
Oh, yeah. You gotta make it sound a little more dramatic for the folks.
For the folks.
How am I gonna be able to do that? How do I make Peyton a mod on my one? Wow, I have 6 people. This is nuts.
You got more than me. I was just thinking the live is like the quietest it's ever been.
Yeah. What's everyone up to on a Thursday night? Thursday night?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Doesn't really bother me to be fair. I'm just chilling.
Click the dots beside their name.
This is going to be a tricky one.
Oh.
Purple and
Oh.
red.
Oh,
What?
check that out. I did it,
What did you do?
I think. I made Peyton a mod.
No.
Oh. Bang. There you go, Peyton. You've upgraded.
Peyton's just got out of hospital.
Oh my goodness.
You okay? I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
It's really weird colouring without music.
It does, yeah. We're quite quiet on this one. You got anything on your mind this week, Mills?
I've got a haircut today.
You do have a haircut.
First one in about maybe a year.
The last one you got, though, you thought the hairdresser gave you a bob.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I went in, I was like, okay, could I just get a trim please? And I did need a fair amount off because I hadn't had a haircut in ages. It seemed to be standard for me. That's because I used to live with a hairdresser, so I got so used to just her doing my hair for me. And then I was like, wait, I actually have to spend money on this? What? But yeah, so I'd taken a bit too long to go. But so I knew I was going to have a fair bit off, but I said to her, I was like, right, how much do you think I need? And she said this much, and I was like, yeah, cool. It was a fair chunk, but fine, is what it is. Keep your hair healthy. And then she was cutting it behind my head, and then swung it back around to my shoulders, and was like, okay, so I took off double the amount that we said, is that okay? And I was like, well, what am I supposed to say now? You've taken it off now. I'm not supposed to say, no, that's that. How is I
Put it back
no,
on.
that's not okay. Yeah, can you stick it back on? And it was the shortest I've ever had my hair in my adult life. It was so short. I was like, right, if this can hurry up and grow, please. I just don't think the short hair's for me.
Not until you're an older person. The bob will return one day. I almost guarantee it.
No! It's weird though, because I didn't ever really think, I've never been that protective with my hair. I've never really cared that much. Until someone did something with my hair that I didn't want them to do, didn't ask for. Suddenly I was like, oh my god, no, I hate it. Grow back, please. Made me feel all funny. Although I did grow back, it was fine. That is hair. My sister was always so good for that. Every time I went to the hairdressers as kids, my sister would get something so extreme. Like, she'd decide she was growing her hair, and it would grow really fast, and then she'd be like, okay, I'm chopping it all off now. And she'd go for like freaking, like a shaved bob.
The one that's like undercut?
It's like, so it starts up here and is shaved, and then it goes long down here. It used to be more.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be
like a long fringy one, kinda.
You wouldn't have a fringe.
But it would come down the sides long.
Yeah.
The front sides.
It was kind of like more of a trend back in the day. I don't really see the kids rocking it anymore. But yeah, she'd just go from one extreme to another.
It is quite extreme.
And then I'd always be so boring.
Oh, look what I've done.
What have you done? You've
Only gone
smudged.
smudged.
Oh no.
Absolute rookie. I was trying not to as well. Oops. Not put it on there.
The season's a bit better today.
Ah, yeah, my nose is dripping.
So oh no.
My allergies, man, they get me so good.
It's really sad, isn't it, really?
It's just annoying. Just annoying. I might even just go super simple with this and make everything all the same.
You can do whatever you like to do.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
I had the most awful problems as a kid, like Dora the Explorer. Oh. I got given a bob once as well. I was born with hair. I was born with quite long hair, which is slightly weird maybe, but is what it is.
Makes sense.
So I had really long hair as like a 3-year-old. It was like down to way past my butt. And then we went on holiday in France, I think. and I basically got really bad knits, and my mum tried to get them out for a couple of weeks, but then just gave up. Took me to the hairdressers, and they just they put my hair into like 2 really long braids, 2 long French sort of plaits, and then just chopped them both off.
Oh, that's brutal.
And then handed them to my dad.
Did you get the knits out though?
Yeah. I think. I mean, I don't know. I've never really had to deal with kids with knits, so I've never had to be the one getting them out. But I think it's just so much easier to get them all out if your hair's short. To be fair, my mum went too, because she also had the knits. So they also braided all of her hair and then chopped it all off. And yeah, they presented, but they tied like ribbons onto the plaits and presented them both to my dad as like a keepsake. And apparently he just kind of like held these knit-infested plaits and then just walked outside and binned them. So that's the kind of thing you would do.
I dreamt about bed bugs last night.
Did you?
Yeah, and it was really strange, but I don't know. That wasn't even like the main part I dreamed about.
Oh, there's people on the live now. Welcome.
Oh, they all arrived. Yay. So last night I dreamt about being back at a school and back with students.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we were doing a little activity that involved like small wooden blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something about building a tower with these little wooden blocks. I have no idea what the lesson was about, but we move. And I was sort of teaching alongside a couple of my former colleagues in the same kind of space. And then, like, quite a big space. And then I was trying to talk to this one kid, trying to see if he could do something with the blocks that it was like grab them with his feet or something and build the tower with his feet, kind of like Survivor style.
So just to quickly interrupt your story, I'm colouring this book for the people asking. And Robin's also colouring, yeah. We're both colouring.
Yes.
Sorry, carry on with your story.
So yeah, I was seeing if this one kid could pick these blocks up with his feet to try and change the activity. Because sometimes, like, if you have an activity change that you have in mind, sometimes you want to trial it just with one kid to see if they can actually do it. Maybe somebody that's ahead or somebody that you think, might enjoy the challenge. And this kid, instead of grabbing the blocks with his feet, pulled out a lighter and, like, set it on fire. And I was like, what the hell? What are you doing? Why are you setting it on fire? And so I had to take the block off him, but the block was still, like, molten. And I took it outside, and I was just searching for somewhere to put this molten block of wood. And I couldn't find anywhere. And then I finally found, like, a bin. It was like a barbecue pit. And essentially, I popped it in there, and I was like, fine, okay, it'll be fine in here. It'll just burn out. It started an entire fire, and this entire fire went, like, across the school, and
Is that supposed to mean something?
I have no idea, because I went back to my class, and I was like, gosh, I hope nobody saw that. I hope nobody saw it was me. And then I went back to teaching and trying to make sure the kids were all right, but the kids were all over the place, and so I had to raise my voice at them, being like, what are you doing? I go out the room for 2 minutes, and you're acting like fools.
Oh, gosh.
And then, it was ridiculous. But then the whole school basically, like, all the fields set on fire. And I was trying to figure out, what to do. I was freaking out. I thought I was going to get found out.
On a different note, I had a dream that I bought toothpaste. Again.
I was going to say, you've had this before.
I went to the supermarket and we were running out of toothpaste and I went and bought it.
Which country supermarket was it?
But then I got back and I realised there was already some in the bathroom. But it was the wrong one.
I feel like one story was more exciting than the other.
I was in New World, I think.
Oh, wow, you're in the New Zealand supermarket.
Yeah. There's a bit of, someone's a bit confused about the books we're colouring. Yeah, it's called For the Next Generation. And it's my book that I drew.
It's always pretty cool to say, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I do forget about it quite a lot. But, yeah. I draw, which also, a lot of people don't think I draw them. Which is kind of a little bit crazy sometimes. I realise, I think because a lot of books out there aren't actually hand-drawn. or they'll either be sort of auto-generated or they're done by like compiling loads of stock images together. Which is why sometimes I try and make those videos showing actually drawing them, because I'm like, no, I promise I draw them. It's the other reason why some companies can afford to charge so little for their books, because there's no one really working on them.
It doesn't consume time in the same way that yours do.
No, if I charged an hourly rate for my books, I'd whack them up in price even more. But I don't want to do that. It's all good. Thank you. I'm a little bit obsessed with doing the ombre effect. And I finally got my hands on some new pens to be able to do it with, and I just find it really calming. I was tempted to go with glitter, but now I'm not sure. You're going with quite a lot of glitter, aren't you? Oh, you're doing ombre too.
Am I? Is this ombre? I thought ombre was like a brown.
What? No, ombre is like
Just two-tone.
Guys, how would you explain ombre? Yeah, because you could get ombre hair.
Yeah, I thought it was like a brown to a slightly blonder
That's
colour.
just my hair colour.
No, but that's the tone I've always associated with ombre.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, no, ombre. I think ombre could be any two colours. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone else knows, I think. Yeah, to be fair, my hair at the minute, for some reason, it's all blonde underneath. I think the sun's done it. Although not for long, because I'll get it all chopped off. But yeah, that would be like my brown hair at the top and then going into blonde. That would be ombre. But I think also the like red into yellow or blue into green, all of those kind of things would work.
Ombre is any colours plain? Oh, I did not know that. That's cool.
So you doing purple into pink. In fact, yours looks really good actually.
Yeah, that first one went nice. I mean, anyone that tuned in yesterday would know getting all right.
Blending. We need to send your video to all of the guys who say that guys can't colour.
It's just another skill. Like, anyone... I fully, firmly believe that anyone pretty much can do any skill they wanted to, as long as it was a humanly possible skill for them, based on sometimes what the body is able to do, like physically able to do.
I don't think you'll get me singing very well.
Not initially, but over time you would get...
think?
I think so. I think if you put enough practice towards it and had the right, perhaps, coach or tutor or the right setup to practice properly, I believe everybody can. And, I mean, ultimately everybody can sing anyway. It's just whether you can sing well.
I asked Rob the other day how well he thought I sung out of 10. He said 4. I thought that was so good. So chuffed with that. Because the way you phrased it, you were like, sorry, you were like, do you want the honest answer? Or do you want the real answer? No, you said, what was it? You were like, do you want the nice answer? Or do you want the honest answer?
Oh, yeah. Because I could have easily said like you can easily say like an 8 or a 9, can't you?
No, I always want the honest answer. I was so chuffed with a 4. Oh my gosh, I can actually show the pens now. Look, when people ask what the pens are. The ones I'm using are these ones. I have a full set. Normally they're scattered all over and I can't actually show you what they look like, but they should be tagged in the video, I think. Did you tag them?
On your live that you set up?
No, there were 3 products tagged already.
Oh, perfect. Then, yeah, it'll be those 3. Yeah, because I used them yesterday.
We're actually going to create... We still haven't listed it, have we? Maybe we should do that today. We're going to create a bundle of the brush pens and the glitter pens together. So you can get a bundle deal and have them a little bit cheaper. Just kind of a savings thing. I haven't actually mentioned that anyway yet, have we?
No, but
Welcome
yeah,
to that exclusive.
We just need some decent photos for them, really, don't we?
Yeah, didn't you take some the other day though?
Yeah, but you vetoed them.
Oh yeah, because of the blue background.
Mm-hmm.
Bit dodge. What did someone say? I just saw a question there. Oh, are the brush pens refillable? That was it. So, fun fact. We're on quite good terms with Stationery Island. We speak to them quite frequently. And basically, they did originally make the brush pens to be refillable. But the issue was that the refills first of all took up just as much plastic to produce as the actual pens did, but they were also more expensive to produce than the pens were. So while there's this idea that refills are, you know, better financially and better for the environment, with these particular pens, I could make refills, but it would cost you the same amount of money to buy the refill than to just buy the pen, so that doesn't make much sense. And then also, it's not even like it's saving the environment really, because you're still using the same sort of materials to make it.
And I guess the refill comes in another plastic packaging anyway, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. And then it's also really hard from a business perspective, to monitor stock. So they actually found when they did it, they lost a lot of money because, for example, you'd have to order in the refills for red and for orange and for yellow and for green and all of this. And they found that the refill ideas just weren't popular, so they just had stock sitting there for years and they just weren't selling. And then even with that, they found it really hard to figure out which colours, like some months everyone would buy red and then another month everyone would buy green, and they found it really hard to keep on top of it from that perspective. Because I really wanted to do refills and they were just like, Millie, this is a very bad idea. We've tried it for years and it doesn't work.
Surprising though, isn't it?
Yeah, really surprising. It might work, it makes sense to be honest. It might work well for other businesses, but it doesn't seem to be working for us very well. Or for these kind of products anyway.
Yeah, I can imagine the stock keeping would be painful too.
We have a bemused audience. You can talk if you like, you'll just be heard on the live. They've gone suddenly awkward because Rob's parents entered the room and are very bemused at what's going on. And there's 3 cameras set up.
I would have warned them a little bit that something was going to go down.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Who's got the better drawing?
Better colouring. We both went for a similar kind of shading effect. Everyone's saying hi, Mum and Dad.
Yeah, there you go. Being welcomed.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, good morning.
How many we got?
It's evening for most
Oh, we're
of
just
them.
chilling up.
Yeah.
35.
Should I be embarrassed and, should I be biased and promote my son as a colourer?
Yes. It's
Very good, Rob.
easy. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Why
So
would you be
supportive.
embarrassed?
No, embarrassed is the wrong word.
And embarrassed because he's on the live.
Yeah,
Oh.
biased is the right word.
That's the right word, isn't it? Makes more sense.
I've gone for your mum's favourite colour, Mum.
Perfect. Love those colours.
Nice little lavender purple.
I like the way it blends, Rob.
Oh, thanks.
How good has he gotten? He never used to be able to do stuff
I
like that.
know, it's
a few months
unbelievable.
ago.
These talents.
Gosh, Rob.
Unbelievable.
These were completely latent talents, Rob. We never knew you had.
Must have been in deep
Mum's
down.
dream come true.
Yes. Mum's the artist, so I'm guessing it came from her.
This was the kind of thing we did on the canal boat, though. I'd sit down and
Yeah, you were showing me
give
how
Rob
to
a
draw.
pad and pen and be like, here you go.
Is it
Let's see how you
therapeutic?
do.
It's quite nice. I really enjoyed it yesterday because I had my music on. I think that's a massive kicker for me.
Yeah.
It's one reason I've always enjoyed the gym is I can just chill out with music on that I like and just kind of get lost away in that
Yes, I do
that kind of
too.
vibe.
Do you?
You're heading into meditation now, Rob.
It must make you feel calm and relaxed.
Yeah, especially when life's so chaotic, right?
Yeah.
I think as well, the better you get at it. I remember in the beginning you were really concentrating on it.
I
I must admit, that's very good, Millie.
Oh, thank you.
Are you being biased?
Well, I'm probably being honest. I mean, it's very good, Rob, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, Millie's
thanks.
been doing this for so
Yeah.
much longer than you.
She
He's an
has.
expert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, watch me go bowling, you know, then you'll be
Yeah.
quickly see where the practice comes in.
We'll have to go again.
I know, maybe Saturday, although I won't lie, I didn't enjoy it very much, but
You didn't?
Oh.
bowling,
Yeah.
not particularly, no.
Yeah. Is that because you kept putting them down the gullies.
Yes.
Oh dear. Well, practice makes.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
We'll get you 10,000 hours, Mills, and then you'll be a superstar.
Give it a good go. How
Anything you
does
put your
everyone
mind
else
to.
feel about
Yeah.
bowling? I feel like it splits opinions
Yeah, temping bowling. Just to clarify.
as opposed to
Lawn bowls.
corn bowls,
Lawn.
Lawn bowls.
lawn bowls.
Also called bowling. Or bowls. Or bowling and cricket. One would bowl the ball.
Absolutely. Now there's a game.
That is biased now.
I'm awful at it. I'm so
Anyway,
bad at
I
it.
shall leave you experts to it.
Oh yeah, people aren't
gracias.
loving bowling.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I prefer darts and pool.
Mm.
I used to be
Well, the-
way good. Too old now.
It'd be way good.
Way
Wow.
good. Yeah, I feel like maybe
too
I
old
would
for
have been better when I
bowling.
was a kid. I don't know. Do you just see the comments pop up saying, "Why have you got hair on your arm?" And then straight away they were like, "Not the trolls already."
Hey?
There was someone who was in the comment section being like, "Why have you got hair on your arm?"
Because you're a human?
I know, it's so
Lol.
weird, isn't it?
Wild that happens.
I'm just presuming that they're a child. And they don't really... They're just being silly. You know, we could benefit of the doubt and hope that...
Well, another comment on our live is probably good for us. So.
Yeah, to be fair. Oh my gosh, Peyton muted them so they can't comment, they just have to sit and watch. Oh my gosh, Lauren's just about to start this one. Lauren, you'll show me up. Lauren's colouring gets me every time.
Yeah, it's super impressive.
Insane. With the shading, I always feel like I don't know how to explain how I do it. I find it so much easier to start with the darker colours. If everyone will have different techniques, if everyone has... Lauren, how do you do it actually? I asked Lauren because I know Lauren loves a bit of the shading, but I always tend to start with the darker colours and then go over it with the light colours like this. And then another question people ask is, does that not affect the nib of the pen? But generally I find it doesn't, or if it does, you can just grab a bit of spare paper and kind of swatch it.
I think that's
Might
I think that's what's remarkable about these pens is that
See
like
here, there's pen testing, so you can just literally go like, and then you can see it's nice and clean again.
but that is what's remarkable about these pens is, you know, I always had that fear as well. I was like, gosh, you can't go with another colour because it just looks like you'll get the previous ink colour all over your new nib.
Yeah, you said that to me actually.
Yeah, because that's what happens
You were
with
like,
like
what about the yellow?
all the low quality ones. As soon as you get another colour on it, it just makes it gives you like a stain for ages. But then these ones just clear away, and you're like, what?
You said you just remembered the ones you used to use in school.
They're so bad. I talk about this a lot.
Yeah, no, it does just go away. So yeah, I'd say that's the biggest thing, is always start with the darker colour and then go over with the light one. Again, if anyone else, this is kind of just what I've learned from practicing, I guess. Gosh, these comments are coming in faster than I can read them now.
Yeah, I tried to pull the laptop up so we can read them a bit better.
Millie, can I see the screen? Yeah, I think so. What screen? Let me know. I can try and show you. Like, for example, so say if I start here in the middle, I kind of press down slightly hard and then flick out with the pen. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe it would be better if I zoom in a bit, but yeah, I sort of flick out. So you want the pen to get thinner as you flick out towards the edge of, for example, the petal here. Might help as well if you're not so used to doing it, to just start slowly. I don't know if I do it. I've been told by people on lives that I colour quite quickly.
Can confirm. Every time we do these, you finish the thing in like an hour and I've still got half of it to go.
But it could also be the different pages we're colouring though.
Even when we did the same pages, like the first time.
Maybe. But then also that's just the difference in
Ability.
not ability, no. I've been colouring forever.
Yeah,
Well,
so
you're
that's
really good at bowling.
Yeah, that's ability
I guess so.
and skill.
But since I look at the screen, I am looking at the screen. I think. I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong thing. Also, thank you to everyone who likes the live. We never actually do this. I see other people on lives always sort of be like, keep liking the live, and I realise that if you like the live, it gets pushed on the live.
We did it that one time with Trick or Treat, didn't we?
Treat, yeah.
Where we were like, just spam the like because it's fun.
Yeah, to be fair, I've done it once or twice. Like if I've gone on Love from JXY's live, I'll just sit there and just like.
Isn't it funny? Just such a random thing. Such a random thing that humans are asked to do. Did anyone ever play Cookie Clicker back in the day?
Cookie Clicker?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like literally just a computer game where your sole purpose was to click the cookie as many times as you possibly could. But then...
Wow, we're on 3.1 now. Sorry.
But then you could get upgrades and it would automatically click the cookie for you. So basically you just had to keep the web page open and it would just automatically click for you.
I have no idea what this is.
But it feels similar to the like button where you just click. Or tap. Cookie Clicker was it. Oh, Eve's here.
Eve's here.
Hello. Yeah. You can tell because she's got this crazy eye profile picture now. It's kind of freaky.
Need to reply to Eve actually. Sorry, Eve messaged the group chat this morning. I haven't had time to reply yet because we literally got out of bed and then came on here. And also, yes, we are British. I am British.
Yeah, I was born in the UK.
Rob changes his mind every day about whether he's British or not.
I mean, the fact is, I was born in the UK, lived there for like 8 years, then came to New Zealand and lived here for just shy of 20. So, yeah. I have both in me. I legally am a citizen of both.
I think you choose how exotic it sounds, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. In most places, it sounds way cooler in my mind to say I'm a Kiwi from New Zealand.
Gee, how are you doing? We still need to get a catch-up in. Why does it become so hard when you're an adult to actually just sit down and talk to people, honestly? I feel like it's a struggle. I'm good, just chilling. What are you up to this fine Thursday night? I keep forgetting which day of the week it is. Oh, you have a meeting tonight, don't you?
I do, yeah. Early morning, late night.
It's a 10 p.m. meeting tonight.
It's mad. But that's just that's kind of what we have to do. I don't know how our time zone's going to change over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll have to look at it again. Yeah, it doesn't help that we're on a different time zone. I know, it's kind of like someone has to do early morning or late evening.
Yeah, this is possibly the absolute worst time zone as well for the UK.
When everyone
it's literally
works
13
as well,
hours.
Like if even I want to have a call, we both work, right? So one of us has to sacrifice like sleep or work time. Well, it'll probably be me sacrificing work time. But then you need to work, obviously. But then also you need to sleep. And then you don't want to always call on the weekend because on the weekend you want to just be chilling and like, I don't know.
We're going out
like
and doing stuff.
Yeah, you're meeting other people. You're having a lie-in. So you don't want to be waking up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday to have a call.
No, this time zone is literally the worst. Yeah, you basically have to work on the fact that it's the same time of day, just in the evening or the morning, whichever is opposite to what you're currently in.
So you'll definitely come on at some point. Do you mean a live? Do you want to do a live together? That would be cute. We can pick a new topic.
Yeah, we have to see if we can do that. I don't know if we've... Oh, we got our two together, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think if we get Eve on with your one... I'm guessing microphones might be a problem, though.
Microphones? What do we
Yeah,
have a
'cause-
microphone for?
Well, Eve's voice will have to come through to us, won't it? So we can actually have a conversation.
True.
But then that will make probably Eve's live really weird. Just in terms of a microphone, because she'll talk into it, and then you'll get the feedback from our one of her speaking.
This is why you're the techie one. We'll figure it out.
Wow. Oh, I'm kind of happy about
You're
mine.
saying well at your own one. If anyone
Yeah.
wants to see Rob's colouring, you can nip over into his live.
Nobody's seen it.
How many people are in your live?
0.
Oh. Well, if
It's
anyone
fine,
wants to,
I don't expect any.
Eve said I can't go live anyway because I haven't got enough followers. I think they changed that,
Yeah,
didn't they? Because Rob's live
Wasn't able to initially, but now I can.
on his account currently, and
It's just 500.
or people are leaving the live. Does that mean they're coming into yours? Or maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe they're just leaving.
No,
the
I have
live.
4.
Wow.
Hi everyone, how cool.
Yeah, his account is called Rob's Colours. If you want to go and have a little look, I think that's what it's called, right?
Rob Colours.
Rob Colours, sorry. Oh, Payton said maybe 500 followers is the
I wonder if they've just changed it.
amount you need.
Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 1,000. Well, unless it was always 500, because I wasn't always at 500 followers, was I?
Well, and also, if Eve can't do it on her account, she could always use the Calm Over Chaos one, go live off of that, and then I could go live off of yours or something.
Mm.
And then we can pick a topic to chat about. Oh, what's the topic that Eve and I could chat about for ages? Maybe narcissism? Radio silence review.
Yeah. I'd be intrigued about what an hours long chat about narcissism would sound like.
I think probably talk about it for 100 hours. Apparently you said at the same time as me. How many people are in your life now, Rob?
I still have 4 people, but I'm very grateful for each and every one of them.
Well, I only have 16 now. What the hell? Where are they all gone?
Oh, here they come. I've got 7.
Wow!
I have
my
an infinite amount
What
more
colour?
people on my life.
What colour do I do the faces of the flowers? This is what I'm struggling with.
Gosh, you're all so kind to come over and see me.
I think I'm going to start going in with glitter for some of these little flowers. Shall I zoom in for the sparkly bit?
I would totally understand if you guys go back to Millie's, by the way. It's not that deep to me. No, I'm not. Well, if they're in either of our lives, they're supporting us as a duo, aren't they?
Yes, this is true.
Mainly you, but
Appreciate. Can you see the glitter? Oh, yeah, you can see the glitter. I feel like it really upsets me when I colour stuff in and it looks worse on... This is such a millennial thing. When it looks worse on camera than it does in real life. Sometimes I'm colouring and like the colours look dull, but in real life they're so vibrant. Or like the glitter looks really sparkly, but then on the live it just doesn't. And I'm just like, what is going on with this?
I have such a long chat about what things look like through camera versus real life.
You could.
People filming everything.
I mean, go for it if you want.
Oh, we're just in a... Well, I mean, it's all coming back to that little podcast we listened to a week
He's
ago.
off for a bath. Oh, I'm so jealous. Have a lovely bath. Sorry, I fully interrupted you. I was thinking
That's
about a bath.
all good, yeah. See you later, Eve. Have a good one. Have a good bath.
Have a good evening. Reply to your message when we get a sec. Basically, probably after this. If it's something about the glitter pens.
Yeah, the idea of this, our generation and following generations literally just filming and living vicariously through the internet is wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
We notice it a lot, even within the way we behave around, especially with traveling. Like, you want to make and keep the memories, but then I think we try to stay quite cognizant of it, where we're trying to stay in the moment and
I
trying
think
to
we try and hold each other accountable to it a little bit.
Yeah, because living through a lens, I don't think is how we would want to live our lives. But then you want to save all these memories, and you want to have access to them to go back to someday, and like make sure that you can keep the memories. I mean, I show very, very frequently that my memory just kind of sucks. So having, photo or video evidence to just kind of trigger the memory of an event or an activity that we did or a place that we visited or, a friend that we met. It can be quite important to keep that memory, but then, how much of that moment do you lose by taking your phone out? And
Yeah.
because, to be fair, actually, we've caught up with like 6 or 7 of my really good friends here in New Zealand, and I think we've taken a photo with one of them.
Yeah, we have. I think when it comes to spending time with people and friendships, I really, really like to have my phone in my bag, and then maybe if like at the end of the dinner or something like that, you can snap a quick photo just to remember it. But the thing I think of, like, for example, Eras Tour, Taylor Swift in August.
Concert is mad.
I know that I want to almost have like clips of that because I want to rewatch that. So, and I know that she's filming it and this and that, but I want to watch the clips from my show and even the position I'm in, my perspective. But I also, I don't want to be sat there just on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of that balance. Normally, I went to see Little Mix, who I also really like, and I would basically get my camera out and film specific bits of my favourite songs and then watch them back.
But even
and
that...
again, I'm sat in my favourite songs filming like, only 10-20 seconds. I wouldn't film the whole thing. But yeah,
it's enough though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to take your mind out of the moment, and you end up thinking about what it looks like on the camera rather than just being fully immersed. Because I did the same with a lot of the bass gigs that we went to, where there's a song and you're just like, right, I would actually like to have some footage of this. I use a bit of I reckon it's a life hack. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I reckon it's a little bit of a life hack. So I usually, once I get home from any gig, I'll jump on socials, jump on Insta or Snapchat usually, and basically go to the videos from the venue. Sometimes it has to be the next day to allow people to actually upload them. But it's amazing how many people upload videos of that concert. But the best part of it is so many of them actually come really close to your perspective. I've had a couple of times where I am literally in the video of the person that I found who had recorded it, and it's literally not even, it's like 1 or 2 people back from where I am, and I can see myself just vibing around in the crowd. I tend to try and keep my phone away and then I just screen record everyone else's footage. And I'm like, cool, I have enough of a memory in my own mind, but then I have a little bit of photographic and video evidence of being there as well. Or at least remembering what it was like.
Do you know a huge compliment that I've had quite a few times is I've been out with people and then, I don't know, we've just been doing whatever, spending the day together, exploring, maybe having dinner. And then the next day, I'll post a bunch of stories on Insta from that day, like just being on the walk or being at dinner. And the amount of times friends have messaged me being like, sorry, when did you have your phone out? When did you take all of these? And I feel like that's such a good compliment to the balance. Like I love, because I love taking the photos and videos, but I also just don't want to be that person just sat with their phone out all the time. Because if I can sneak some clips here and there, so it doesn't take up the whole day, but I still have all of those memories.
Yeah, well, that could be part of it too. Like literally, people find it fun. A photographer is a literal job.
I really like the creative sort of element of putting stories all together on, well, I shouldn't say the word, but on like the other app, or even on TikTok, to be fair, making compilations of videos, and it really is the memories. Like putting stuff on social media, you have your own digital kind of scrapbook in a way we never really have had before, like where previous generations would potentially sit down and create a photo album. You can have a photo album, but you don't need all of the storage space to store it all. And
literal physical storage.
When it's live,
Yeah.
At the tap of a few buttons, you can go through and see all of these videos of these amazing things you've done. And the amount of times I watch videos back from
very
even
frequent.
Our time in different countries, and I'm like, oh, I forgot we did that.
Yep. Yeah, it's a very cool thing to be able to do. And I actually just enjoy taking photos of places I've been.
Yeah, this is where we're different as well. I've noticed the way Rob and I take photos and the photos we really like. Rob will take so many photos of things like buildings and views. Like if we climb if we hike or something, you'll be there taking just so many photos and videos of the nature and the scenery. Whereas in my mind, I don't care as much for taking photos of buildings and things. I always just think, oh well, like if I want a photo of that, I can Google it and there'll be a photo there. But I am much more inclined to take photo of the people I'm with. So I think that's a little moment in time. You know, those people aren't going to look like that.
Well, they may not be there again also.
Yeah.
Like, you may never have that moment at a particular place. I think a lot of the time I feel like I'm not going to return to a place as well. And just like having that, that memory that I was there. You know, a lot of the places I try and get myself to are quite unique in their aesthetic, or, you know, there's something unique about the place that makes it either popular or interesting, where I just don't feel like I'll return
How much
all
of
the
you
time.
taking photos do you think is extrinsically motivated or intrinsically motivated? Like, if you were told that any photos you took this month you weren't allowed to post anywhere, do you think you would take less? And actually, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure most of you do, but if anyone doesn't know, extrinsically motivated just means that the motivation comes from almost showing off to other people. Whereas so something like Rob likes to jump off cliffs. He likes to jump off cliffs so that people go, wow, that's amazing. That's more of an extrinsic motivation, because you would be less likely to do it if you were by yourself and there was no one watching.
Yeah.
But an intrinsic motivation is maybe if you just wanted to colour and you just sit down yourself and colour. You don't show anyone you're colouring. You don't post it anywhere. You just do it because you want to sit down and colour. That would be your intrinsic motivation. Just to sort of try and go over the definition if anyone didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure you all know, but...
I know for a fairly reasonable fact that I am largely extrinsically motivated, which is odd. It's definitely not. I don't think it's the norm. I could be wrong.
I think it is. I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Especially in a generation that's grown up with social media.
Yeah, because a couple of examples. I go to the gym, so I mean it's always nice to feel good in your body, right? But I like to have this idea that other people think I look good, and part of that is driven with that extrinsic motivation. And then, I mean, some of it's intrinsic too, not a little bit, enough. But then, yeah, things like some of the places I go and the activities I do, I'm just like, I don't know, I want to one day just tell people, like, those are the places I went, those are the things that I've done. And I find that really powerful, I guess, within myself to be able to say that. So I reckon maybe 75-80% extrinsic.
Yeah.
It feels quite high, but
I struggle to work out how much it is for me. I think most people wouldn't want to admit that they're extrinsically motivated because it can sound a little bit
egotistical,
I guess. Yeah. Well, and also no one wants to think that they do anything for the purpose of showing off, but I think it's human nature. Well, it literally is human nature.
Literally
Go
it
back
is,
to
especially
our
for
nature.
males. Especially for males.
Yeah, there's that competition and things to be gained if you do appear the best and the strongest and all of this. It is hard to work out. Maybe we should test it.
I think you're extremely intrinsic.
You think I am?
Extremely, yeah.
Do you?
At least in comparison to myself.
Why do you think that?
Because people don't just go around building a business because they think, oh yeah, I should do that.
Do they not? Do people not go around and build a business to prove something of themselves, to show people they can do it?
Is it proving it to others, or is it proving it to themselves?
Oh, that's a fair point, actually.
Yeah, I think a lot of it for you, from what I've seen, is proving it to yourself and just not needing anybody else. I know that's probably a slightly different reason. But I just don't see you. You're always so humble. Whereas me as an extrinsically motivated person is like a bit more showboaty. Like I'm much more readily like talk about things that I'm good at, or, you know, will express my opinion that I think I'm decent at something. Sounds so bad, but I don't know, I just see it in myself a little. I try to tone it down and make sure it's reasonable, but
I think it's like with, I'm using jumping as an example because it's such an easy one to use in this sense. Like if, I might zoom in on the glitter for a bit. If you were looking at doing a jump and you were debating whether or not to do it, you'll be so much more tempted to do it if a crowd of people arrives.
Oh, it's not even close.
And they're watching you do it.
Like, a crowd of people just gets me all
and you'll
hyped
be more
up.
likely to try a more dangerous one. Whereas for me, if I want to jump off something, I will jump off it. It doesn't matter if there's anyone there or not. Like, I don't... And then equally, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to be pressured into doing it by loads of people arriving and thinking I'm more brave if I do it. Like, I know if I'm capable of doing it or not.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday when you were saying to me, like, oh, why aren't you jumping off this one? Are you scared? No, I just don't want to do it today. Like, it's...
I want to see you jump off something.
You have seen me jump off things.
Oh, only in a video.
Well, let's go back to that spot before the hairdressers. No joke.
Before the hairdressers.
Have you ever seen me jump off something in the video? What about the
No, we
registering?
did. Yeah, we've done. No, I'm being facetious. We've done a bunch.
It also sounds ridiculous. Anyone listening, just us talking about jumping off things.
Oh, it's just literally a fun pastime of mine, in particular.
Oh, your colouring is looking lovely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've gone for a little bit of a, well, naturally a rainbow vibe in the rainbow.
Yeah, me too. Big fan of the rainbow. Oh, we're nearly at the hour. We're probably going to have to jump off soonish.
Oh, mainly because Mills has got a haircut.
I do have a haircut.
Yeah, I could talk about intrinsic and extrinsic for a long time.
It is a really fascinating conversation. I think it's quite helpful to figure out which one you are as well, because then you can start to understand your motivations for some things and whether or not you're doing things for the right reason.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a problem as well with understanding it. Like, I think a lot of people might just be, as you mentioned, just like a little bit uneasy, just almost admitting that might be you. Like, you might be somebody that does things to impress or to show off other people. But I also remember back in the day for me, when I was playing cricket, like, I kind of didn't love it for a while. But I had coaches and I had teammates, I had even my dad to an extent supporting me, encouraging me, like, just almost having expectations. And so there's an element of meeting expectations of people that extrinsically motivates you to continue with something and push harder with something. Just to, I don't want to necessarily say people please, but probably is people pleasing, like trying to show that, I don't know, trying to do good for people that believed in you. Yeah, that's kind of part of it for me as well.
Ah, look at it! Do you know what I really actually need to do is I need to swatch a whole load of these pens.
Switch or swap?
Swatch.
What
I might
does that
spend
mean?
the next 5 minutes just swatching the pens.
What does that mean?
How do you explain a swatch? Wow, that rainbow star is amazing. Literally just testing it on a little bit of paper. So I'm going to put this a little bit higher up here. If you want to stick around for me swatching, you're welcome to, but I think probably about 5 more minutes and then I might have to head off the live. How are you getting on with yours? Do you think you'll finish it?
No.
Oh.
Not in 5 minutes, but I'll keep my live going probably just to finish it off.
Oh, you're going to keep your live going?
I think so, just so I've got the video. Okay. I can always speed it up a little bit.
This one's lovely. Right, I'm going to put all of the pens that are really good. Basically, I've had this huge pencil case of pens on the go for...
Yonks.
Yeah, like
as long as I've known you.
Yeah, and...
You had it on the canal boat, didn't you?
Yep. And I haven't actually gone through, like, quite often when we're on the go, I just quickly tidy everything up, and I haven't actually gone through to test that things still work. But it's really annoying when you grab a pen out of a pencil case and it doesn't blooming work. So I'm just swatching them all quickly now. I've been meaning to do this for ages, to be fair. Oh, these pens, if they ever come back in stock, these pens, I'm not even going to show you them because
FOMO.
you can't buy them anywhere, but they're just beautiful.
Am I taking you to the hairdresser?
I actually don't know. Jane,
Yes.
what's your plan this morning?
I'll take you down for your haircut.
Okay.
I'll mill around, and when you're done, you can. We can meet up.
Gosh, you're a superstar, Mum.
You are. Rob just asked me if he was taking me to the hairdressers.
I didn't
and
even
I
know.
didn't actually know the answer. I thought maybe you'd said about going, but I didn't want to.
There's a convenient cafe right next door to the hairdresser, so
Ooh.
while Millie gets pampered, I
Ooh.
can sit and relax with a cup of coffee.
That sounds
Perfect.
lovely.
Perfect solution. And then Rob can carry on working and earning money.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to.
Important.
Importante.
Have you been slacking, Rob, while you've been home?
Not whilst I've been home. It's just been difficult in New Zealand. I definitely haven't worked as many hours as we did in Colombia.
But you've got
in
a lot of
Colorado.
people to catch up with, important people.
It's hard. I've got places to show Millie as well. It's
Yeah, you have to. You
In a
have
brand
to
new
work at
country.
getting that work-life balance that everyone is working hard to attain in life.
Mm.
You can practice those skills.
The comments are saying, preach it, Jane. They're enjoying what you're saying.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's the voice of experience.
Yeah,
Comes
I mean
with age.
it's all well and good as long as it's affordable.
Absolutely, yes. But there's, as you've proven this trip, there are many things you can do in a country when you're exploring that don't actually cost anything or very much.
Yeah.
This country,
No, so you've
this
got to
country
be
in particular.
creative in
Well,
your choices.
someone's just asked where we're based. It's not the most simple question to answer.
Mm.
But at the minute we are in New Zealand, which is amazing, and New Zealand's just amazing for how much free exploring you can do. I guess
Yep.
all you have to pay for is the cost of getting there. Like if you have a
Fuel.
car, you'll pay for fuel.
That's-
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Mm.
But we've got a beautiful country to go out and explore mountains, bushwalks, beaches.
Hmm.
It is a stunning country that we're lucky to live in.
And we haven't actually gone to the most touristy places either. I think Rotorua was pretty touristy, and the Mount gets quite busy, but I don't know if that's so much tourism as locals.
And when they say bush, they mean jungle. Honestly, like
Rainforest.
I walk around and I'm like, because to me, I think it's just the Brit in me. I think of bush and I just think it's going to be like a UK field, whereas it's not. It's fully like palm trees and waterfalls. It's insane.
Mm.
So cool.
Yeah, it is pretty stunning.
Yeah, really stunning. It's definitely a beautiful country. I kind of like want to tell everyone how nice it is, but then also it's quite nice how quiet it is comparatively with like some European hotspots and stuff.
It's a massive selling point of this country. Is for the next 10 years, probably it'll still be relatively quiet. And post-COVID was nuts. Post-COVID was crazy because tourism was dead for the period of time that the country was closed, so that you could just roam everywhere, and there was just bugger all people. It was great.
I think
Why was that?
Millie should see if she can put together a colouring book that includes her quotes, which are always fabulous and inspiring, with a lot of natural beauty that she's seen on her travels.
Travel book.
Waterfalls, lakes. And I think that
Yeah,
should be
the
one
travel
that's
book.
dedicated as a travel book that or a nature book that encourages or reminds us of what's there for us to go and enjoy.
Yeah, I'd love to make a travel book. I'd also love to make a mini book that you can use when you're traveling.
Yes,
Like a really tiny book,
I've
almost
already got my orders in for those.
almost the size of the book that you got me. You know, the really little one that can just
Yes,
go in a really small
perfect.
bag, and you could just sit. Like if you were a bit anxious for a flight or something, you could just sit and colour in some nice simple things. Then we could have like a travel pencil case with a travel set of pens.
Mini
Imagine.
pens. You need a set of mini pens as well,
Mini pens.
so that they're light and easy to put in your hand luggage without being overly heavy. I think there's
Oh, yeah, we
lots
literally
of
need those.
exciting ideas there.
Yeah, I mean, this is the issue. I've always got just so many ideas for the business, and I struggle to get them all done and made. This was the thing that I said. I was basically saying to Rob, I want to bring this out this year, I want to bring this out this year, I want to bring this out. And he was like, really, you've got to save some things for next year. And I was thinking, no, because by next year I'll have new ideas that I want to bring out.
Yeah, you shut that down pretty quick, didn't you?
Yeah.
Exciting.
We bring out everything we can.
Yeah. As long as the business bank can afford it, I shall do it. I really need to check the emails actually. Oh, this feels like, yeah, this probably is too run out. That's going to be annoying to colour with, isn't it? I'm really stubborn with pens though. I'm like, oh, but I can eke a little bit more out of this, but realistically, I'll just put it back in the pencil case. I won't colour with it because it's not as satisfying as the others. And I have a replacement set right there, so.
Lucky for some.
Employee of the month here. Who's the employee of the month?
Jane.
Imagine saying that Jane's the employee of the month. Yesterday, Jane was testing some potential future products for us, weren't you?
You were having a great time.
Thoroughly enjoying yourself.
It was a heavenly afternoon. All these beautiful glitter pens and gel pens and brush pens
Don't
had
give too
just
many
suddenly
sneak peeks
landed
away.
on my dining room table, and I was provided one of Millie's lovely books to sit and colour with, and time just disappeared.
Yeah.
I was lost in all this. It was like Christmas or a
Little
birthday
wonderland.
with all the perfect presents coming our way.
Artistic
Oh,
wonderland for Mum.
Love colouring. I've probably done my 10,000 hours colouring mandalas. Excited because it's nearly time to go have hair pampering.
Yeah, I'm just
I have
switching
a
these
wall.
last pens and then I'll be good. Yeah, I'm aware I need to speed up.
I think you're going faster now, Rob, with your colouring.
I'm trying. It's something I'm working on.
You're doing well.
It
Like
looks-
yours
it
is more
looks
detailed
fantastic.
than mine.
Yeah, and a lot of it's glitter rather than brush as well.
And I love looking at the colouring, the blending that Millie's doing on her lettering. I always find that very inspiring.
Aww.
And the colours are so vivid and strong. I think it just makes the whole picture pop, doesn't
Should have a look through the Facebook group, Mum, and see some of the folks'
Oh, the Facebook
artwork.
group's
It's
insane.
nuts.
We have
Have
a
a look.
It's a private Facebook group, so you have to be approved. But we also have a bunch of moderators.
Basically approving everybody.
Basically it's made me. I really wanted it to be a very safe space, and the second anyone says anything anywhere close to hate speech or anything like that, I wanted the ability to be like, nope, you're not welcome in this group anymore. So that's why it's a private group. But yeah, pretty much everyone gets accepted as long as you're nice.
It's not hard, is it?
Oh my gosh, some of the colouring that people post on there,
No, it's phenomenal.
it's next level.
I look forward
Insane.
to taking a peek at that before we have to say cheerio and you're on your way again, travelling again.
I know.
You can't wait to pack
Stop.
those suitcases up again.
We literally need accommodation.
We've got it, it's okay. Right,
Yeah.
swatches done. And these are the only ones that I've run out. It's not too bad, is it?
That's really
The
good.
giant stack. I didn't
Look
even
how
touch
many
the new
you've
ones.
had some of these long time, still going strong.
Such a long time, yeah. These are the ones that got the no. Oh, wait until Jane hears about Millie's Minions. Have you heard about Millie's Minions?
No.
Ooh, that's a whole other switch. But I'm going to leave it on that.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll through and finish my... I've only got a little bit to go.
Wow, Stella Lee's written in capitals. Thank you so
Beautiful.
much. I absolutely love the Constellation glitter pens. I'm so glad you love them. Yeah, this is my finished one from today.
Lots of round of applause.
Thank you. Shall I show you, if you haven't been on Rob's live? Here's
This is
Rob's
where
live.
I'm at.
Shall I take my... Ah! I'm not good enough for text, so excuse that the camera's going to be going all over the place. There we go.
This is where I'm at.
Rob's one. How cute. Okay, now I'm going to go. So I hope you have a lovely Thursday evening.
And an even better Friday.
And an even better Friday. I thought my TikTok was glitching. Okay, bye-bye.
Nearly the weekend.
Nearly the
Bye.
weekend.